Greetings, fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the daily market wrap for Monday, November the 2nd, 2020. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we left off the market here today. So SPX ended up pushing up a little bit today at 40 points today. Of course, a lot of that's from the gap. Inside week so far, right? Today's range 50 points, but reasonable. Again, just a kind of a big push up here. Again, a little bit of pullback at the close. Kind of a doji day right here, as we see right what's going on, right? So we look here if this is a possible wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish this ABC type move down. Again, let's keep an eye on the trend box, keep an eye on the 200-day, and see how they hold. We got elections tomorrow, right? So expect some volatility going into tomorrow night, and we'll see where we go from there. Let's take a look at the SPY and see what kind of volume we had going in here today. So SPY a little less volume than Friday, and have with a pure doji day on that one. Let's take a look at the ES. Okay, so ES was kind of a big deal. It was all about the overnight highs. We'll take a look at that here in a second. So our signal zones ended up playing out really well today. And our key levels, right? So we let our members know in the morning, the key levels to look at on the futures, right? So one was the overnight high, right? So if we couldn't get over the night high, we would expect a reversal off of that, right? Because the overnight gave a really big push up, right? Then it gave you a retrace right here and a push up here, right? If it couldn't get over that, right, we were looking for a pullback, right? So we got that here off the open that gave us a nice move down, and then it hit the geometric line. Now you guys see why we like to draw these geometric lines, right? And it bounced off of that, formed actually a fresh geometric line right here, from here to here off of that next bounce. And once we cleared that this afternoon, boom, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down in the signal zone. Guys, Elliott wave with signal zones combined and key levels and geometry makes trading fun. Once we got down here, it gave a good reversal up, very sharp move up. So there was an opportunity here to trade this, right? Quick up, down, retrace, right? To say it was going to go up this fast is hard to say, but the other thing that we saw here is a potential ABC correction, right? In a zigzag. So as your impulsive move up, A, B, zigzag triangle, right? Wave B can be a triangle, and then wave C up to finish the zigzag up, and then it's just kind of doing its thing here at the end of the day. So it's a big squeeze up right there. But anyway, amazing stuff on that. Let's take a look and see how the futures behave here this evening. Who knows what type of shenanigans are going to go on here, but we'll keep an eye on it either way. So again, this geometric level right here is still playing out today. Okay, so it ended up being resistance right there. So we got that. And then we'll just kind of stretch this over and see how that goes into the rest of the evening. So we'll see where we go from there and what we have setting up into tomorrow. Let's take a look at the Qs and see how they're behaving right here today. So Qs again misbehaving under the channel here this morning. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and then wave 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down on that. Right, so beautiful. Right, so that stuff plays out really nicely. And then a squeeze into the close on that. Again, guys, this is just short squeeze. I mean, there's a lot of timidity. You can see from the decreased volume in the SPY that there's not a huge amount of participation in this one. A lot of big money is waiting until these elections are over. So once that happens, right, we might see some big reversals, stuff like that happening too. So IDM worked its way back up, so the airlines started perking up today, and the banks generally stayed okay today as well. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple was on our short radar this morning. Okay, so remember we talked about this in the lunchtime update right here. It was declining here into the open. This big spike right here was tough, right, because it was coming into some big levels, right? Some big drop zones right here, right? So it needed a huge amount of volume and a huge amount of strength to get above this. So we looked for a reversal potential off of that one. It chopped around for a little bit, right? It gave you one bounce right here and then inside 5 down, which took out the 15-hour blow and a couple of retraces, worked its way down there and drifted down into the end of the day. So some nice moves on that. Let's take a look at Tesla. All right, so Tesla again ended up closing at 400. Again, big move at the opening of the day, and the nasty pullbacks, and kind of did a nasty day today, right? Just gave an inside day here, up 12 points, holding on to the triangle still. That's kind of what we were thinking on this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the XLF and see how that behaved here today. So the XLF, again, nice gap up today. Again, held relative strength. It's harder for the market to flush when the XLF is working its way up. Of course, we have NIO. Again, NIO had a nice inside day up today. Great gap up on that one here today. IQ is one that we pointed out to our group this morning for potential strength here with the strong Chinese names this morning. And then CGC. CGC ended up having a great double inside day up today. So see how it closes tomorrow. This is not one to chase right here with the upper shadow. It's definitely not one to probably swing into the elections, because this could really go either way after that. I know there's some voting going on, in a couple different states too for legalization, things like that. Other than that, a couple other ones kind of keep on the radar is GME. Looking pretty interesting right here with an inside day, possible Jack in the Box type setup here going into tomorrow. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that one to see how that goes. Piton. Again, hung in there a little bit. Upper shadow right there off of the 382. So keep an eye on Piton for potential downside follow through if this thing is ready to move to get down to the 50-day moving average. And then last, just kind of take a look at CAT. Originally, CAT was looking interesting, like a potential retrace right here for a bearish move, but it did give a good burst to the upside right here. So just kind of look right here. So it was looking interesting off of the 382, but it kind of squeezed through that with some strong strength, with some strong volume, decent volume today. So kind of an interesting move right there. So again, sometimes it's a war between Fibonacci's. Like the bullish Fibonacci was the 786, the bearish one was the 382, but look where it held. It held the 50-day moving average. Sometimes that can be your line in the sand, right? So using those. So anyway, good stuff there, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and we'll see everybody bright and early. We'll also see you on the free YouTube live stream tonight, so be sure to tune into that at 7:30. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first, and stay safe so you can stay in the game.